time it is? You know what time it is? You know what time it is? I'm saving it, dude. I'm juice. I got the little bit of juice left in me.
Oh! Pull the hammer.
Dude, what the fuck, bro?
Pull the hammer, dude.
This guy pulled a growing.
Rocking them Ducos.
Frazier rocking the Dukes. The Johnny Dukes. Get the fucking cord out of this way. It's good morning. It's Sunday, Frazier. Do it.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
I was saying that all week. I had it in my head. I was like, Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. In my own fucking head all week. One of those taglines, dude.
Turned up, man. I'm turned up in this bitch.
September 15th, man.
What's up? Raiders undefeated still?
What?
Dude, right now we're 4-1 for this year.
Oh, stop with the preseason bullshit, dude. The preseason doesn't count, bro.
4-1, bro. I got to take it because pretty soon we're going to be fucking 4-12.
See, don't be negative. Be positive, dude. Knock on
It's a
wood.
real test today, dude. If they do something good against the Chiefs. Chiefs are in Super Bowl conversation, man. So
Chiefs are legit, dude. We'll see it.
if they can contain Mahomes,
but
we'll be fine.
They lost Abrams.
Dude, what a beast, too, man. I was so hyped on this guy, dude.
Young kid, dude. Fuck.
Hyped on him. He's a black cowboy, too. You don't see that a lot, but he's a black cowboy.
I seen the fucking...
He's Okie, dude. Yeah.
He's Okie. There's a difference between Okie and cowboy, dude. Big difference.
Dude, he's black Okie cowboy, dude. I heard him talk.
Like I was listening to Bill Burr. He was like, what the fuck are white women bitching about, dude? White women don't have nothing to bitch about. He goes, but if you're a white woman in the fucking Appalachians and your uncle's been fucking you, I'll listen to you a little bit.
Yeah.
But...
I like Bill Burr. He's alright.
Why don't you give your world famous shout outs?
You know, I call him
Frazier's
what's up.
gonna give his shout outs this morning.
You know, I call him what's ups, dude, because everybody says shout outs, but I call him the what's ups,
What's
man.
up? Frazier's what's ups?
Yeah, what's ups.
Okay.
Yeah.
The little segment.
Oh, speaking of branding, if you guys didn't notice, we're gonna start rolling with MAFAKA'S is our brand or moniker. So this is actually MAFAKA'S episode number 1.
Okay.
Sponsored and paid for by Fellas92 at YouTube. Dude, it's not an extremely expensive hobby like golfing, but this costs us money to put shit out, dude.
Oh yeah.
And I think
it is a hobby because it's fucking golf. It costs money.
Yeah.
Golf. This is my hobby.
it is, dude. That's what I mean. Like, I really don't have, well, other than bowling, I can't bowl no more, but
I used to fish. I don't fish that much anymore.
dude, I was thinking about going fishing tomorrow. Just me and my daughter. She's got an in-service day. Teacher's in-service.
But tomorrow's Monday.
Yeah, she's got an in-service day.
I'm talking about you.
Yeah, me and her. That's what I'm saying. Well, me and her.
Oh, that's right. You got all the 7 days a week off.
Dude, I'm on rehab again, bro.
Fucking libtard.
I'm fucking
living off the system.
I'm fucking getting paid. That's what union does for you, man. Good union job.
All right, give your fucking
right.
shout outs.
What's up to my man, Greg Wren? What's up to Bing Cabre? What's up to David Hoff? Jennifer
Vote.
What's up to my brother Thomas Nemai? Joe Dominici, right?
I don't know. You tell me.
Our man John Delaney. John, we'll get you some stickers and a shirt. Just make sure you give me an address, bro. What's up to Double L, Lloyd Cargo, Mr. T, Old School, Dave Thomas, my brother and LA Rams fan, Mike Chiviara. I'm sorry I fucked your name up, Mike. I still don't know how to say it, but what's up to Donna McLean? And then our special shout-out guest this week.
Shout out.
Goes back to Southdale Court. I don't know, this must have been like 81 or 82. Playing football in the front yard at Kelly Mooney's.
Okay.
This guy is not only the creator of Velcro and an app. No, he's got several apps he's created, but Galt legend, prodigy, Nano Galvin. What's up, Nano?
Where did you come up with Velcro, dude?
Dude, he created Velcro, dude.
Nano Galvin created Velcro?
Yeah.
And where's he staying now? First Street. He made some poor business decisions. Fucking Velcro.
No, that came from Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion or whatever. Remember? They're like, I'm going to say I created Velcro. And then they're telling people that, and they're like, no, you didn't. John Claymore created Velcro and this and that. And they're like, oh, shit.
Velcro.
Got caught in a lie, dude.
Guy created fucking Levi's. What?
Kangaroo shoes.
What? He said Schubert, cops.
What? Dennis, cops.
What?
Dude, what do we got today?
Oh, shit. What we got?
You know what, man? I'll start off with this one because I read it today in the Washington Post, and you know I usually don't read a lot of those rags. But Trump wrote something in a conservative paper about having CCW nationwide. Because the way it's set up now, every state has their own different laws on concealed carry and stuff, right? Mm-hmm. And then there's different types of firearms that you can use or carry in one state, but not in another, right? Mm-hmm. So I don't know why they just don't nationalize that.
I don't know. I don't like nationalizing anything. I like the states running their own fucking shit because you have the option to move out of the fucking state.
Yeah.
So I like the states kind of fucking governing themselves. That's like
but
with marijuana and shit. I like the states government. I don't like when the federal government says federally it's still illegal. I don't like that shit. I like when the people of the state vote on something.
Yeah, but think about this. What if weed was legalized federally?
That's why. Why? Why does it have to be federally? Why can't the states, the people in the states vote for something? They vote for this. We want this law. We pass the law. Well, then federally say, well, it's still illegal. What? You can't leave the power to the people?
No, I'm good for stuff like gay marriage is a good example, right? Mm-hmm. That's one that I'm cool with. But big topic things like I want to say like immigration.
I don't know, dude.
Your First Amendment, your Second Amendment, that's one of your amendments, right? So that amendment should be held and be regarded federally.
Wasn't it initially the states were supposed to govern themselves? When did it switch? I think initially the states were supposed to govern themselves. I think
that's the way it is on amendments, dude. I mean, on the constitutional amendments, that's federal, dude. You can't have one constitutional deal an amendment in one state and not in another.
It just seems like a family where the mom can make a rule, and if it's minor, it's okay. But if it gets to the point where it's not accepted by the dad's like, no, I'm overruling that. Like, I don't like that.
Well, that's the way it should be, though, right?
Well, yeah, maybe you're right.
I'm just saying, like,
because you have to let small brain people fucking make some rules.
Well, here's the deal. Like, say your concealed carry is good. I think there's a concealed carry that's good in like 30 states right now. But if you're in one of those 20 states where it's not, you can get arrested and go to jail for doing something that you're fucking cool with just one state away. Yeah,
I don't know, man. What's little sketch about this, and I'm all for everybody owning a gun, is there's some people whose temperament, they can't control it, and just being able to carry a gun all the time, I think it would be a go-to move. I'm going to go to my gun. Like, instead of taking a fist fight, breaking it up, moving on, I think there is people who would go that far if they were allowed to carry. I know a guy at work, right? He had a fucking gun. His girlfriend hides the gun from him because his temper is so bad. Like, he plays soccer. He's an adult, so he plays soccer. He got kicked off the soccer field with adults and because he kept getting into fights. And so his girlfriend hid the gun from him. She's like, I'm afraid one day he's going to be driving and he's going to fucking shoot somebody. So she hid the gun from him.
Well,
so some people shouldn't be carrying a fucking gun.
Here's what it is. It's an equalizer, too. And those people are going to be far and few between because they're going to get shot. If everybody has a gun, right, when somebody acts a fool, you got 5 other people with guns that are saying, hey, fucking quit being an asshole.
I don't know.
I think it would stop fights from happening if everybody had guns.
Maybe.
Because if you're going to pull out in a rage of emotion or hate or whatever and you just shoot somebody, well, you're going to pay for that with your life or you're going to fucking go to jail.
Did you watch Mayans?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so the new one.
Flory's been fucking flicking it at me,
so dude. The new Mayan, the guy, they're riding their fucking motorcycles, right? They're 2 fucking Mayans, and they're fucking hardcore bicyclers, Mayans. So they're going
motorcycles,
through. Right. They're fucking hogs.
You said bicycles, bro.
Motorcycles. So they're going through a fucking town, a little city. They're actually coming from the Southern California to Stockton. It's on the show.
I like that part about it. They make it real.
It's real. Yeah. So the guys are going through, and these fucking, there's a motorcycle gangs on ninjas. So they come up to them at a gas station, and they're like trying to punk them.
The rice rockets?
Yeah, they're trying to punk them. These 2 like big white dudes, really clean cut, nice fucking clean vests. They're like, hey, dude, you guys need to be fucking going somewhere. Get the fuck out of here or whatever. They're like, get the fuck out of here. Who's fucking talking to you guys? What they call them, homocycles. You riding your homocycles. And then fucking, they end up meeting them up somewhere else and playing miniature golf, and the guy's fucking motorcycles come up, meet them. There was a bunch of dudes, and then they come and confront them, and the two Mayans, they're real legit. They're dealing with the Mexican cartels. Yeah. They're dealing with the fucking Mexican mafia. They're dealing with the government. The fucking guy pulls out a gun, and then one of those motorcycles when we're riding the Ninjas was like, "Oh, you're a tough guy with the gun?" He goes, "Yeah, that's why I carry it."
Yeah.
Why else would I have this motherfucker, dude?
Yeah.
He looked at his partner and goes, "Yeah, that's why I fucking have a gun." So I don't know, man.
Well, it seems like to me it's an equalizer because all criminals, right? Every criminal that wants to carry a gun does it. I have several friends. I mean, I won't consider them criminals, although some of them have done time. They pack and carry everywhere they go, dude.
I think there's more people who carry than you realize. You talk to people, I talk to people, and I'm like, "You carry?" "Yeah, I got a gun in my car right now." A lot of people carry.
Dude, but I'm saying
go for it, dude. But
that's what I'm saying. A lot of them are doing it illegally, or have buddies that have been in trouble. They are felons, right?
No, I'm talking about legitimate, regular dudes that carry.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the criminal underworld, the people that don't follow laws, the people that don't give a fuck. Like, this gun's banned in California. Big fucking deal. I got it in my pocket, and I carry it wherever the fuck I want. Mm-hmm. The risk they run is if they get pulled over by the police or they're in contact with police and they have the gun on them, then they're fucked, you know. But they run that risk.
So then you have to change the law, right? Because
we're sitting out in assembly.
The law is the law, Fraser. You cannot break the law. You told me that.
No. For myself, I'm talking about criminals. Criminals don't follow the law. You can make any law you fucking want.
I know a lot of people who aren't supposed to be carrying guns carry fucking guns.
Yeah, let's tell you, we're at a public assembly with the kids and shit, right? And this is like 6th graders. You know what I mean? This is young kids. But I'm like, "Hey, what's up, man? What you got going on?" He's all, "Check this out." And he's fucking packing at a fucking 6th grade assembly, right? But I'm thinking too, like, if some shit goes down or some crazy shit happens, I'm glad he's there with his fucking gun.
They hope, they dream of the day they're in the grocery store and somebody pulls out a gun or something. That's their goal. And they say, "No, I'm just carrying." No, you don't. Your dream, your fucking, I guarantee people are driving to work daydreaming, "Man, I hope somebody pulls out a gun so I could just fucking save like 10 lives. That's their dream, dude. I hope none of this shit ever happens.
No, dude.
I hope none of this shit ever fucking happens.
I know you're talking about like guys like your other brother, Josh, the sane one, right?
I don't know.
But I'm talking, this guy's an essay. This guy's fucking still fucking selling bags of weed and shit like that, right? And he thinks he's fucking cool for fucking carrying a gun around all the time. Like, fucking straight out of Compton's gonna bust out in Galt or something. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I think this gun thing is just fucking out of control.
Dude, all I'm saying is make it level playing grounds, right? And another thing I don't get is the gun-free zones, right? So you know who follows that gun-free zone thing? Every law-abiding citizen. But who's going to go in and shoot people at a gun-free zone? A criminal.
I don't know. I'm not opposed to having a gun. Have a gun. I just listen to these fucking gun nuts that are overboard. It's just like I listen to fucking left liberals that are overboard. It's like, dude, slow down. Like, fuck, chill out, dude. You don't need 252 fucking guns. Like, we're not. Oh, well, what if the government? Get the fuck out of here with all your craziness, dude. But you're just as crazy as the far left who's trying to take the guns.
Yeah, but
you're just as fucking crazy, dude.
Did you watch the Democratic debates? Because Beto said that. He says, "Yeah, we're coming to get your guns. We're going to take your AR-15s. We're going to take your AK-47s." Then you got a whole crowd of fucking tards going,
"Take them. I don't give a fuck. Give everybody just a pistol."
Dude, it's just crazy to me. Like, I watched it. I don't know if you watched the debates. I watched them. And there's no moderation. There is not one moderate in there. And they say, "Oh, Joe Biden's the middle of the road moderate candidate." This, that bullshit. He is. He's fucking following lead of whatever somebody else says.
I think, and this is what they say happens, and it happens when in the Republican side too, is they say these debates when a Democratic president is in office and Republicans, they're gonna go far right, and they're gonna try to fucking get their base behind them. Left are gonna go far left. They said when it gets closer, everybody goes to the middle. When a president's fucking campaigning, when a person's running for president campaigning, he's far right or he's far left. When it gets to become the president, they go more towards the middle. I've noticed over the fucking past few years, Trump has fucking come towards the middle more than he has the far fucking right.
Well, first of all, Trump's not a Republican. He hasn't been. He run under that moniker of a Republican, but he's not a Republican, dude.
Right.
He's not a hawk.
He was a donator to the Democratic Party for years.
He had to play both sides of the fence, and that's what he's good at. But he's not a financial budget hawk or anything like that. You know, he's not fucking doing the mainstream Republican think tank shit. That's why you got Republicans that hate him too.
Oh, I think most of the Republicans hate him, but they're using him for their agenda.
Yeah,
they're using him, and they're fucking using the fucking Supreme Court. They're using all that for their agenda. They're using him to support, to appoint more judges. They're using him. I don't think that the regular Republican fucking politician goes to his house and says, "Yeah, fuck Trump. Trump's great." I think he's like, this guy fucking idiot.
No,
but they're using him.
They got a few of them on his team. And here's what's going to be different about the first term of Trump.
Moscow Mitch?
Well, the first term of Trump, right? You've had hate for 3 years, fucking detesting that he was even elected. So when he's elected a second time, the last 4 years is going to be a lot different than the first 3. And what you're going to see is that's what's going on with China right now. They're like, fuck. If we could just hold out another year and this guy loses the election, we can still fuck America. But if this guy gets elected, then he's going to be fucking us for another 4 years.
And I heard something today. It kind of made sense. It started out with Obama as far as like a almost a popularity contest.
Oh, no doubt.
And it's kind of it made everybody have an opinion. It made pop culture. Obama started kind of as like a pop culture thing. Like he got a lot of young people, hip hop, whatever. He got a lot of young people who were motivated. And this transition to Trump, but they say it happens all the time. We get Bush to Clinton. We get Obama to Trump. You polarize people, and then when they get tired of this, people switch to the other side. It's happened over the course of history of America.
What you had with Obama was you usually have, let's see, black people are around 14% of the country, right? Mm-hmm. And of that 14%, 6% vote, less than half vote. Mm-hmm. But Obama's first time he came out, it was like 80%, almost 10% of the black vote.
It was the highest ever.
They came out, yeah. And then the second time he ran, it was even less. People were like, "Oh, I already fucking voted for him. I don't got to vote again." You know.
And I think that's where the Trump thing came in. It's like people were like discouraged with Hillary. Black people were discouraged with Hillary. They're like, "We're not voting for her. Yeah. We don't think he can win, so we're not coming out and voting."
Yeah.
And then he won.
And now you have Blexit. You have Black Exit from the Democratic Party. They're calling it Blexit, dude. And I think you're going to see Trump win by more this time than before because there's so many people that are afraid to wear a Trump shirt or a hat.
And I listen to a lot of the urban radio stations and stuff, so I think I get a pretty good feel of how it is. It depends on who gets the nomination for the Democratic Party. I don't think they're happy with Biden. I don't think they want Biden.
No, dude. And look at Warren. It's another issue. Once she gets in there, she's a woman. But
I don't. You know what? I don't think she has it. She doesn't have it.
No.
And I don't see, honestly. And everybody knows I'm fucking not a Trump guy at all. I think he's a fucking moron. But I don't see anybody in the Democratic Party that can beat him.
I don't either.
I don't see it.
Well, Bill Maher came out and said it the other night. He's like, look, if you keep telling people you're going to do away with their guns, you're going to do away with their medical, you start taking all these things away from people, that's not going to have them come out and say, oh, yeah, I want to vote for you. It's not going to happen.
There's nobody who's energizing like Obama did when he first came out. He energized the party.
Well, I voted for Obama when the first time, too, because he promised change. But the type of change he brought, I didn't vote for him a second time, and I didn't vote for McCain either because I didn't like that fucker. I went Green Party.
I don't think anybody's going to beat him this time. Did you see he already tweeted out 2024?
Yeah, that was funny. Hey, I honestly think who's going to run in 2024 is Ivanka. And then you're going to have another 8 years of Trump.
Before this, I would have said, you're crazy. Some fucking fashion model is no way going to win. But I thought that before Trump, too. So I can't even say that's not even the fucking case.
Look at her, dude. She speaks fluently 7 languages. So wherever audience she's entertaining, she could speak Spanish. She could speak Japanese.
Okay, obviously, I would not vote for her because I wouldn't vote for a popularity contest anyways. But I don't see why not the Trump base is not going to vote for her if she did.
Dude, she's an entrepreneur. Look at how many women look up to her, dude. She's the CEO of her own company.
I see the Republican Party probably supporting her because they don't care. They just want their agenda passed. They want tax cuts for the rich. That's all they want. So they'll fucking jump on board with whoever they can get, dude.
Hey, she's hot too, dude.
Oh, I'm not going to deny that.
She's had 4. Well, what is she on 1 to 10 in your scale?
No, I said I'm not going to deny she's not.
Yeah,
hot.
but I want a Weller score because you're
on 110.
You're historically lower rating than what I give her.
I say because of money has probably if she had no money, I got to always take away money from the person and see how they would look. And I've looked at her pretty close. I would say she'd be a 7.
Okay, I would go like 8.6.
But I think that other 0.6 that you're giving her is because of money that she's able to do all her products.
She's had 4 kids and she fucking looks great, dude.
Well, that's money. You can pay for a personal trainer. You can pay for
You still got to put in the work, dude. You know, you can put in the work.
You can put in the work, but like with a regular fucking working mom, don't have all that free time to have a personal trainer or go to they have to fucking come home, take care of the kids. They don't have a nanny. They don't. That's why I'm talking about money.
And have you heard her speak Spanish, dude?
No, I haven't.
So
you're on the Trump's nuts, dude.
No,
you are. It's all good. It's all good.
No, I was in.
It's all good.
I was in for her before Trump got elected. I liked her, man.
But and this is where I'm fucking keeping it consistent, because when I would never like that fucking guy. I thought he was a moron. When I seen him on The Apprentice and all Trump, I'm like, what a fucking idiot, dude.
I voted for him because it was something different, but now I like him. I like the crazy shit he does. See, other people like you're turned off where you say is a moron, this and that, but
just as far as moron, as far as like, I just don't like the way he fucking creates divide for conquering, and that's how they used to do back in the day. Alexander the Great, dude, all these fucking leaders used to do that.
You think that Obama didn't do that, dude? Look at
that's a misconception, because I never heard none of this during Obama as far as the separation of people.
What about like law and order? Obama didn't celebrate law and order.
Disagreeing with policies, I've heard like, I don't like that, I don't like that. That's fine, but I never heard anybody complain about the divide amongst people. They only said that now, like, oh, no, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Look at the hands up.
He only did that because of the color of his skin. That's the only reason divide he did.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Look at the hands up, don't shoot thing, right? The Eric Gardner shit, right? Mm-hmm. Obama didn't have the law enforcement's back. He didn't even come to fucking.
I think
that's when people started taking over freeways and shit like that.
Obama. A lot of black people feel like Obama didn't do not enough for them.
He didn't, man.
Right. And so when people criticize like, oh, he was just a black, no, he didn't. He was actually the LGBTQ president.
Yeah.
He wasn't a lot of black people feel like he didn't do enough for them. So when people argue that, like, well, he just cared about black people. No, he didn't. He had to be perfect. I listened to the story of the first black lawyer, and when the lawyer would come out and the judge would say, we're not listening to you, the jury would say, get the fuck out of there. They would call him the N-word in the courtroom and shit. The lawyer, he wrote this book, and he said, I had to not respond. I had to be perfect. I was the first one. And Obama said that, he goes, I had to be perfect. I mean, his big fucking problem was that he wore that mustard fucking suit or whatever. But he had no outside affairs. He had no real fucking conspiracy theories. There was nothing other than policies and whatever you disagree with. But there was no. What was his major thing? Every week you have something with Trump, right? You have a fucking sort of.
It's self-made too. Trump's predicaments are self-made, and
right.
If you like in the art of the deal, right? Any publicity, even if it's negative,
the art of the deal, which he didn't write,
it's still negative publicity is still a good thing because you got the Trump coming out of your mouth.
He's the greatest at it. He's one of the greatest at it. I'm not even disagreeing with that. He is one of the greatest at it. And what he keyed in is the he keyed in on the fucking hate. He keyed in on the fucking what he did do good was the people felt, especially people working in factories, like they were like. Especially poor white people, like they were left behind, like nobody was listening to them. Everybody had somebody who was listening to them, except poor white people. And poor white people were like, "Fuck this, man! We're gonna vote for somebody who's telling us what." And they're in the same spot they were in fucking 6 years. They ain't no better than they were off before.
Well, here's what I liked about it. You got a guy that comes. It's a country club. Washington D.C. is a country club, right? Mm-hmm. You have an outsider. Somebody who didn't pay their dues to get into the country club to begin with.
Which the idea I like.
Yeah. And then secondly, he's a billionaire. You cannot buy a billionaire. There's no special interest, big pharma, oil, anything like that that's going to be able to pay this guy.
I as far as those corporations, I disagree. I think countries fucking motivate him. I think his legacy of wealth motivates him. I think that he's setting himself up fucking big time in business right now.
Dude, he's already been solidified in people's minds as a failure at business or a fucking entrepreneur.
True.
It's already solidified in their minds.
Like the business people who are real fucking business people. He's not in that business circle. Those business people don't fucking bring Trump into their circle. He is a great marketer. He markets his name well.
And I saw this happen and go down with the Democrats are trying to get his tax returns still, right? And what they want to do is be able to say,
it's all wasted energy.
He's not worth $10 million. He's only worth $8.5 million.
And I think Trump loves it because he's like, nobody really cares about
nobody
my
does
tax
care.
returns, dude.
Nobody does, but they think if we can prove that he doesn't have $10 billion, he's only got 8. We won. We told you.
I think there's a couple people that get it. That's why the Mayor Pete I listened to because our DG said listen to this. I listened to it. He said he listened to it. He didn't like it, so I listened to it. I listened to the entirety. I got something completely different than DG got from it. But every time they brought up Trump, he disregarded it. He goes, "No, I'm not more worried about that." He kept talking about what his points was. That's what I liked. I think the Democratic Party gets it completely wrong when all their focus is on Trump. Like, focus in on what you plan on doing. Well, tell us what you plan on doing.
They've already lost doing this, trying to say Trump's a bad guy. He's not good. He's evil, right? He's a racist. He's xenophobe. He hates gays, all this stuff, right? They already tried that, and you lost on that. So fucking flip the script. Try something new, dude.
I don't think they're energizing their voters. That's why I think
they're not, dude, because anytime you say free healthcare, free no borders, no guns, all this stuff that they're saying.
Well, right? I didn't hear nobody say no borders.
Oh yeah, open borders. That's what they call it.
It has to be immigration laws, and everybody
Dude, You didn't listen to the debates. Every single one of them said open borders.
I listened to Kamala Harris for 2 hours. I listened to fucking Mayor Pete for 2 hours. For you. I listened to all these people and they all said immigration laws. Obviously, nobody disagrees with immigration laws. They have to be changed. They're antiquated. But
they disagree with it because there are immigration laws that are being broken. The immigration laws are being broken. And so they're not for it, dude.
Well, like I was talking to a guy at work, and I was like, another guy at work was actually had to miss Friday because he was gonna go get his green card or whatever. And the guy's been going through the process for like 15 fucking years, right? He's been spending a ton of money on it, but he's trying to do it. He's trying to do it. Not a lot of people. Okay, if you're coming over from a country and you don't speak the language, you have $0. What do you say? Well, then stay over there. You got to stay over there. But my kids are being fucking tortured and raped. The drug cartels are coming in. But you got to deal with your own fucking country. I'm going to tell you this right now. If I was living over there, I'm coming here. And everybody who says that is either not a good parent or they're a fucking liar. Okay, because if I'm just telling you.
If that's the truth, right?
Right.
Then why don't you stop in Mexico? Why are they fucking coming from Nicaragua and Honduras, passing through Mexico?
Because America is an idea of a better life.
But you're saying if you're trying to get away from all the fucking guns, the drug cartels, this and that, right? Well, you got away from it once you got into Mexico.
What do you mean we get to Mexico?
That's what I'm saying.
I'm talking about the Mexicans.
Okay, you can go the Mexican route on it there, right?
No, that's what I'm saying. No, I'm saying because you go there, they're telling me these stories, right? The cartels, the only places that are safe are in the military. And what people say was, well, fix your own country and stay there. What is a poor person with no money who has 2 kids trying to give their kids a better life? I'm not saying that you should be coming here illegally and there should be no repercussions. All I'm saying is change the immigration laws where they're modernized, where if you're a productive person and you're trying to get away from this fucking predicament, hey, give them, we talked about this, give them 5 years, let them work, let them have no felonies.
No, we figured it out, man.
Because what the process, and stop with that fucking bullshit. Oh, I got a lawyer, he did that. Get the fuck out of here. When this fucking country first started, when they were letting people over on Ellis Island, they signed a piece of paper and they were citizens. They said, well, my grandfather came over, my great-grandfather came over, he signed a piece of paper and came. That was the process. I'm dealing with these guys at work. The process is years and money, and there's a lot that they have to go through. And we say, well, then you should have to do that. But what is, if I'm over there, I have nothing. Economically, I have zero. I don't speak the language. My kids, I'm afraid for my children. They're either going to join the cartels or my daughter's going to get raped. I'm getting the fuck out of there. I don't blame them. I would do that. If I wouldn't do that, I'd be a fucked up father. Or I'm lying to myself.
So what you're saying to me, what I'm hearing is that you're a criminal in your heart. You're a criminal.
A criminal. No. And then that's, this. And then,
close it. Come on, close it out. We were on guns, dude.
I know. Fuck. We go on forever on this shit, and everybody's gonna disagree with me, but fuck you
did
fucking hypocrites.
half an hour on fucking
you
rant,
fucking
dude.
hypocrites. If you would stay in your country and let your kids get fucked up, you're a fucking liar.
That's what they're trying to do.
I would go through the right process. Get the fuck out of here. You never put yourself in a bubble. I mean, you never put yourself in somebody else's shoes. You're always living in this fucking bubble of, oh, I got a job. I can fucking do it. Get the fuck out of here. You fucking hypocrites. That's what you are. You're fucking hypocrites.
And you know what I gotta say is throw them all in jail. That's what I'm saying. Fuck them. Put their kids in jail. Everyone goes to jail.
Animated.
Yeah. All right. So what do we got, man? How about bullies, dude?
Bullies.
We're talking about bullying and shit, right? And my thing is, if you got a bully, deal with it. If you don't, let's say you got fucked up by a bully, right? Mm-hmm. Guy bullied you. So the next time he comes up, he's going to expect to fucking get over on you and bully you again, right? So if you've been bullied or somebody said some hateful shit to you or whatever, and it's fucking with your mind, like Flo was saying something about these people committing suicide because they get teased or, you know, shit happens to them, kids at school and stuff. You have to stand up for yourself. Okay. You have to stand up for yourself.
Yes, you have to stand, and that's what you teach your kids.
And it doesn't necessarily mean fighting.
But who's raising a bully? If the school calls me and tells me my son's picking on kids that are fucking smaller than them, or maybe they're disfigured or they're handicapped, dude, I don't want to fucking hit my son, but I would probably beat the shit out of my kid. I'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You're a fucking terrible human being. If you're going around bullying people, either verbally or physically, you're not a good fucking person. I think that has to go back to the parents. Because what I tell my kid is if you see somebody bullying, stick up for them. If you see somebody sitting by themselves at lunch, and this is where you say one thing and you do another. Now, you have always been the person to go out of your way to see somebody who's sitting by themselves. You always try to bring new people in that feel like they were outsiders, right? Yeah. You've always done that. Yeah. So this is where I have fucking argue with a little bit about people who say what they are to really who they are, because you're really a kind-hearted, good person. And I know what you're saying. Fight back. Be the fight back. That's fine.
Yeah, and I'm not saying physical violence, right? Mm-hmm. I'm not saying it may come to that. But you need to stand up for yourself.
You have to stand up for yourself.
You need to power yourself with the vocabulary or just mannerisms, something like when somebody's bullying you, say, hey, thank you, I love you, or something like that. You know, some type of thing where you can come back and combat this bully.
Sure, and that's what I taught my son. I said, hey, if someone's picking on you and if someone's doing something like verbally assaulting, whatever, stick up for yourself. If that guy's starting to shove you or get in your face, punch him in the fucking nose. All right, that's fine. But coupled with, if you see somebody getting bullied, stick up for that kid. Yeah. You don't know what he's going on with in his home. You don't know the tortures. I mean, this eventually could be a fucking mass shooter anyways. You want to befriend this person. How many times you think if people went out of the way, because there's just a lot of good people in this fucking world, went out of the way to be nice to somebody that was getting picked on or by themselves, they might have stopped that fucking mass shooting, dude. Just by the kindness of a word, a fucking, hey, come to lunch with us, whatever. Something that you used to do all the time. Just come to lunch with us, whatever. Along with sticking up against bullies is sticking up for people who are getting bullied. I don't see nothing wrong with that. I think that changed the whole dynamic of the school system.
Here's the problem is a lot of times it has to do with groupthink or gang mentality, right?
Yes, that was my next point.
You know, because just for instance, we were talking about this, our vocabulary and the way we come at each other or talk shit or break balls and stuff like that, right? Mm-hmm. Within our group of friends is cool and stuff, and that's what we do. But when an outsider comes and tries to jump into the equation or what we got going on, right, then it's taken as a threat. Yeah. It's taken as a derogatory, negative thing. Excuse me. And that's where there is a line that gets crossed or it gets muddied, right? Mm-hmm. But that's a different scenario when it's one-on-one or you got group of people doing it to an individual. Right.
The power of numbers. When there's a group of people punking somebody. But if there's a group of people sticking up for somebody, that could help completely the opposite way too. And I think I think there's more of that now than there was when we were kids. I think there was more bullying going on back then than there is now. Maybe, but I guess, wait, social media bullying is a whole new thing.
Yeah.
Where people, and it's a real thing, I guess, when people are getting fucking, you're a whore, and they text it to, or Twitter, whatever they do, Snapchat it to all the people, oh, she's a whore, she fucked all these dudes, even though she didn't. That could fucking ruin somebody's fucking, like, high school, because we had a great, like, growing up, we had a great elementary, junior high school. Like, that was great times. Like, that would be fucked if it was miserable to go to school. Like, if you were scared to go to school, if you were afraid to go to school, if you were, like, just did not look forward to it. Like, that would be fucked up for an individual. Like, I know my son looks forward to going to school.
Yeah.
So, but if I felt like he wasn't going, and I felt like he was being picked on, I would feel attacked myself. I'd be like, what can I do? I got to do something for this fucking thing. Stick up for yourself. But what if there is a group of people that are picking on you? I mean, you're not going to get beat up by 10 people.
Yeah, I mean, it does happen, man. Look at a lot of this MS-13 shit that goes down, right? And you can read case after case where a 14-year-old girl gets stabbed 70 times. She's raped by 5. They find 5 different semens inside of her, right? Mm-hmm. There are some circumstances where you can't fight back.
No, you can't.
And in that case, and several other cases like that, they're mostly in New York or these big cities, right? Where you are a victim and you're gonna die. I mean, that happens. But
I mean, and there's people who say, and there's a lot of people will say this, and that's why I always say no one ever puts themselves in someone else's shoes or perspective. Is like, okay, well, I told my son to fucking stick up to him for himself, and fuck these victim mentality and stop being a pussy. Tell your kid, okay, now what happens if you transfer your kid? That's cool, that's popular. Transfers to another school. And all of a sudden, there's a group of kids that don't like them, and they're fucking beating them up every day, and they're picking on them. You're probably going to go to school and either try to transfer them or fucking figure out how to defend them. Now, all of a sudden, the tables are turned, and you have a different perspective on it. But nobody looks at that. So it was like, well, my kid's popular with the kids, he's a good kid, and he might be the one that's bullying somebody sometimes, but it's funny. Okay, transfer him to another school. Now, all of a sudden, he's getting beat up, and all of a sudden, you have a different, like, oh, fuck those fucking kids, man. You have a different perspective. Nobody looks at shit from other people's perspective. It's only their perspective. I mean, we have to look at things from everybody's perspective. And if you don't, you're a fucking hypocrite.
Either way, you have to win people over. And it's better to do it with kindness or toleration than it is to fucking try and do it with violence.
You're right. And this is kind of on topic, but the other day my son kind of lashed out for the first time at me, like saying, like, he yelled or something, and I don't have to tell you or something like that. And I was getting fucking upset, and I grabbed him by the arms, and I'm like, hey, you fucking listen to me, you do it. And all it did was make it worse. It made him say, I don't have to tell you. It was like he wasn't budging, and I wasn't budging. And I was getting to the point where I'm going to fucking slap this motherfucker. I was getting so fucking pissed. And then I was like, okay, where am I going? What am I gaining from this? We're not gaining nothing. So I went into his room. I said, shut the door. I'm like, hey, sit down. Let's talk. What's your problem? Seriously, as a young man, I'm going to treat you with respect. What's your problem? I'm not going to yell at you. I'm not going to fucking grab you anymore. Tell me what your problem is. Well, Dad, when people are around, you try to make me look foolish sometimes. And we started dialoguing, and we got to the bottom of it, and we worked it out. Yeah. It would have never got figured out if I would have just spanked his ass and kept fucking yelling at him. All that would have come was more animosity towards me. So there is something to be said for having a fucking open line of communication, for winning people over, for having a dialogue is sometimes better than fucking verbally assaulting somebody or attacking them all the time.
Well, like I tell my kids, is you got 2 ears and 1 mouth, so you should listen twice as much as you talk. And then when you do talk, make sure it's worth those 2 ears listening, dude. There we go. All right, so hey, that kind of rolls into this Facebook courage, dude. So as well as I do, you got people on Facebook that talk crazy mad shit, right? Mm-hmm. They talk crazy mad shit, and then when you get to talk to them face to face or see them face to face, completely different moniker, dude.
I always, even when I'm driving, this is why I don't fucking flip people off. I don't road rage. Because I'm always say, okay, what if that person goes to the same store as I go? What if
right? Yeah.
What if I'm always okay on Facebook? I don't fucking attack people like you're a fucking idiot. Fuck you. Okay, at some point I might see that person, and it has to be dealt with that way. some people feel protected by this fucking social media shit, right?
Yeah.
However you talk to people on there, you should be able to talk to people in person. That's how I always feel. That's why when my old lady starts yelling at people when she's driving, fuck you, fucking, I'm like, hey, that person might see you, and you have to have the same energy. Friend of mine from work, his wife, same thing. Oh, no, fuck them. Okay, she's driving. She's fucking group of kids, young guys, young men. She fucking, fuck you, assholes. She pulls in the gas station. They pull in behind her. They get out of the car. They confront her. I said, bitch, what the fuck are you talking about? I'll slap the shit out of you. All of a sudden, she's shaking, and where is your bravery then?
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm not in favor of hitting a woman, but it's okay to scare the shit out of them sometimes. When you want to open your mouth and you want to be a fucking tough guy or a man, and these people are going to confront you, you got to deal with the fucking consequences. We talk about saying the N-word and shit. You go ahead and say whatever you want. You got to deal with the fucking consequences.
Hey, it happened with Michelle. She's getting into it on 99. The guy follows her off 99 right here to the Walgreens parking lot. She pulled over Walgreens because it's a public place and shit, right? Mm-hmm. This guy gets out, comes to the door, starts cussing at her, this and that, talking shit. And she's like, look, I live right over here. Why don't you fucking come home and see I want to see you talk to my husband this way.
Why did she bring you into this?
Dude, so she comes in, she called me, she's like, hey, some guy's following me, this and that. I'm like, okay. So I fucking come outside the house when she comes up there like that. Guy comes into the court, fucking pulls her on a route. You know what she did? She just showed him where we fucking live. You know what I'm saying? Over road rage.
Fuck, I know. Even walking in, and you go into functions, and if your old lady starts talking shit to somebody, you're like, what are you doing? What are you getting me involved in here? What the fuck, man? Don't say nothing unless you're gonna say to the face and you're gonna defend yourself. Like, stop. There's some people, we know people who are gonna go all the way, right?
Yeah.
I know people, some people I work with that are gonna go all the way. I know people who run their mouths who are tough guys. That's why I never claim to be a fucking tough guy. I'm not a fucking tough guy. But there's people who are tough guys, or they'll go all the way. And there's people who say, I'll fucking kick his fucking ass. How many people you know always say that? I'll kick his fucking ass. Stop saying that and do it. I heard this guy I know, he says, I was like, well, just do it then. Either shut the fuck up or do it, but stop threatening all the time. Because I know some people who will really fucking go all the way with it.
Yeah.
You know, our boy DG, we're getting a road rage. He's following somebody. They're going in. They're throwing fucking fisticuffs, dude. It's going down. A pretty good percentage it's going to happen, right?
Yeah, and here's the problem with that is like you have somebody that may not be physically intimidating, but he's got a fucking gun.
True. That's
going to put an end to it right there.
That will put an end to it.
Or I've seen several comedians say, like, you know, I can't get into a fist fight like I used to because now the guy I fucking fight, he's 5'2", 120 pounds, but he knows jiu-jitsu, fucking judo, and he's going to fucking throw my ass across the street.
You see somebody with a fucking cauliflower ear, you better fucking back the fuck up, dude. Because that motherfucker knows how to fight, dude. There's behind a car or social media, you have a lot of brave fucking people, dude, or people who talk crazy. Like, one for one, my brother was. And what's strange is because I've seen him at family functions, completely normal conversation. Yeah. Hey, how's it going? Everything. What's going on with your fucking craziness? Oh fuck, it's all nonsense.
You think it's drug related?
I think it's drug related as far as pharmaceutical drugs. Yes. I think it's first, and another one, I think it's lack of interacting with people, not working. I think once you're part of the workforce, I think you're by yourself, you start losing able to interact with people.
Yeah, definitely. Captain Fantastic, that movie I was telling you guys about.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great example, dude. His kids are fucking book-wise as smart as you ever find any kid, right? But personal interaction between people, they have no fucking experience.
Yeah, that's why you got to make your kids. That's why I make my kids go say hello, hi, whatever. But and the same thing with them as far as social media is like everything's text. Like we just walked up to downtown last night, and it was like all you have to do was text to get this job. It's like there's no more fucking physical interaction, and people are feeling fucking brave behind Facebook posts or lashing out or like fuck the law and like, dude, stop saying. Just say it to people's face if you're gonna say it. That's why I have the problem with racism is because I hear it all the time behind closed doors. People will be like, yeah, fucking typical. I'm like, okay, if that's how you feel, that's fine. Use the same language when those people are around. Stop being a fucking hypocrite. Like, there's repercussions for everything you say. Now, I do the same thing sometimes with some things, and I catch myself, and I'm like, hey, check yourself, dude. You're fucking, you're being a hypocrite. And because we're not perfect, but I try to live the same way as I say I'm going to live.
Well, one of my things I've taught to myself, or through the videos and stuff, watching shit, right? Like, I want to be able to say whatever conversation I'm holding with you, be able to say it to the other person we're talking about.
Right.
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 And if I get into that ground where I wouldn't say it to this person, then I think to myself, well, maybe I shouldn't be talking like this.
Right. Exactly. But that's where we're at with social media, dude.
But that's what that cover of social media does. It allows you to do that kind of shit without any type of repercussion.
I mean,
especially nationally, right? Like if you're talking some shit and people are commenting from Minnesota or New York or Florida or something like that, you're never ever going to see these people, right?
No, but there was that boxer who confronted that guy who kept talking shit on him. There's two heavyweights, the two big heavyweights.
Tyson Fury,
but the other one, Wilder. He confronted that person, was talking shit about his kid. I think his kid had some sort of physical, or mental fucking disability. Talking shit on him. And fucking Tyson fucking found him and fucking confronted him and beat the shit out of him, right? I think that's awesome.
That's a risk you're running right there, dude.
Fuck these motherfuckers, dude. That fucking want to run their mouth and.
Hey, let's close out bullies though, man. If you know a bully, just talk to him.
Who's raising a bully?
I think that's part of the problem is bullies usually
raise themselves,
acting out on themselves.
Like DG says, people who are getting abused at home or lashing out.
We talked about that too. In my mind, I don't think DG was a bully.
No, I don't think he was a bully at all because I've never seen him. And we've had people who say they were intimidated by him, but I've never seen him just going around fucking punking people who couldn't defend themselves. But I see him. I see him defending himself most of the time.
Yeah, or here's what he'll do is like if you say something stupid or you say something out of pocket and he calls you on it, right? Mm-hmm. And then the people that aren't in the know, they might just fucking puff their chest up like, "What the fuck, man? I'm just trying this, that." And
alpha dogs. We talked about it. Alpha dogs. You get too many alpha dogs in a room. Okay, alpha dogs in a room. You get too many fucking alpha dogs in a room. It's gonna happen, dude. I mean, you see it. You see people who fucking bow up and fucking or start being louder, and they want to make sure that they're the dominant ones. It's what's it called? It's a lack of something inside of them. It's almost like a fear that they're not going to be recognized as this, or they're not going to.
Another one's testosterone, dude. You get too much testosterone going, especially guys that are doing roids and shit like that, right?
Yeah.
They got this fucking moniker or this thing in their mind where they're fucking the best of the best. It doesn't matter what it is, they're the best of the best. And then they meet somebody else who's the best of the best, and then they can't get along. Mm-hmm. They can't have it happen.
It happens in animals. Like, you can't have two alpha fucking wolves in a pack. Like, you can't. Yeah. It just won't happen. It'll be friction. There'll be problems. Like, I don't know. Somebody will have to fucking take a secondary. But... and that's what it comes with maturity. As you get older, you start to realize it's all bullshit. It's all fucking bullshit. Because if you're going to an event, if you're having UFC fights over here, you're not having UFC fights for people coming over here to fucking cause problems
or to fight.
You want to have
you're here
drink,
to watch a fight.
You want to have some fucking food. You want to bullshit. You want to joke around. You're doing this fight. You're in their mind. You're not like, okay, if I invite this person, they might fucking throw blows. Like, if that's your plan, then you're a kind of a fucked up individual. Because if I'm having an event or people over, I want to have a good time. I want to be relaxed. I want to be, well,
that's what I'm comforted. Telling you, where my problems have come is where I have friends that are coming over and they say, "Hey, you mind if I bring this guy?" And I'll say, "Cool, as long as you vouch for him or he's a good guy or whatever, mm-hmm. right?" Well, of course they do. "Oh yeah, he's a good guy, this and that." Well, you get him over, then you have another friend who brings a friend, right? So now you're outstretched from just your friends that you're really close and good with to people that they're really close and good with, right? Mm-hmm. But there you go. You got people that don't know each other, right, at an event, and they're both alpha dogs, and then next thing you know, after a few beers and some fucking lip, they're fucking...
Yeah, and this is where I don't like. I don't like when, say, if somebody says the Raiders suck, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. And I say the fucking Pittsburgh Steelers suck. And then they get mad and they're in my face. Wait a second. You just said The Raiders suck. Why can't we? We're mature. We're not fucking 16, 14-year-old kids. We've matured to the level where we can have this fucking dialogue. Why do the Raiders don't have a good fucking defense and they can't stop the run? Well, the Pittsburgh Steelers has no offense and we could go back and forth. That's fine. I just don't understand where the fucking testosterone comes in, where it's like, fuck you, fuck your team. Why does it have to get to that point? I'm lost. I'm like, what the fuck did that come from? Why can't you just disagree?
Well,
that's why I think we get along so well as we do this, and we see us arguing about Obama and Trump, whatever. Dude, when we're done, we move on. Like,
that's just it, man. Because some of these guys got to live up to that alpha dog mentality, whether it's in their group of friends, their gang, whatever it is, co-workers, right? Mm-hmm. Whatever it is, they got to live up to that. And that's what I'm saying. There's ways to combat that, or ways to diffuse the situation with just simple talk, or
but you got to be the one person that does it.
Yeah,
you got to be willing. But it's the same thing with the marriage. It's like one of you guys got to fucking back down, and it's probably gonna be the guy, because women don't fucking give a fuck. Yeah. You got to be just like, you know what? I'm sorry, my bad. Because if you don't, you're going fucking 12 rounds, dude.
Dude, I have some. I want to talk. I can't talk about it right now, dude. I have some shit going on with that, but I can't talk about it. Let's switch conversations before I'm too fucking tempted, dude.
If you don't want to be honest on the fucking motherfuckers, you fellas 92, then don't be honest, Fraser.
Hey, what about let's throw teachers some props, dude. I ran into my favorite teacher the other morning, gave her a hug and stuff when I was dropping the kid.
Who's that?
It's
give her a shout out.
Christina Hoff, but she's Miss Lori.
Oh, but you never had as a teacher.
No, but both my daughters have had her in class, and the things that they've said about her, without them knowing that I know Christina. We were on student council together.
Have you ever? We grew up together. She went to school with. Have you ever heard anybody say a bad word about her? No, never, not one time.
No, she's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
But she's parlayed that into teaching children. And the type of stuff that my kids have got, they remember. They like going to her class, right? It's not like she's one of those teachers like me. I liked Mr. Pritchard. He had a dry sense of humor and shit, right? Mm-hmm. But you remember we had him in filmmaking, and then we also had him in, was it English?
It's not even the specific class. I think it's the person that fucking some people. But I was talking to Dennis at work about this, because one of his sons is a police officer, right? Elk Grove police officer. And ever since I known this fucking kid, he's a police officer. Before he was a police officer, he's a police officer. Yeah. The way he carries himself, the way he deals with stuff is all a matter of fact, and it was really serious, and it's real respectful. And he has always been. His other son could never be a police officer. So what I'm saying is, some people are meant to be teachers. Yeah. Some people are meant to be police officers. Some people are meant to go to the military and be soldiers. Some people are meant to be in charge.
Some people take it as a job, and then some people take it as a calling.
Everybody, specifically, we do things sometimes for money. Not everybody's meant to go into the military. Not everybody's meant to be a police officer. Yeah. Not everybody's meant to be a teacher. But those teachers that affect us, those people are always supposed to be teachers. Right. Mr. Champ, a wood shop teacher, is beloved and fucking spoken reverence by so many people, and he didn't take English or math. He taught wood shop, or drafting. He was just one of those people that, like, he went out of his way. He'd come to my house, and he wanted to take me to some fucking this thing that they had at the at some fucking, I don't know, he was in the Army Reserves, or he's in the reserves or something. And he was like, I said, I don't have nothing to wear. Well, I'll buy you something. Like, he went out of his way to do this shit. Yeah. Dude. There were some people that affected you. Our English teacher, Mr. Veach, somebody who affected you.
What about Mr. Martinelli?
I think he was a pervert myself.
I liked Martinelli, dude.
He was always trying to grab out. And you could see the perverts. There were some fucking teachers that were perverts, dude. Yeah. They were always trying to fucking...
There's another one, Miss Toro, dude.
Whoever it was, but I think teachers... we don't have to be specific. Not everybody knows who we're talking about, so we don't have to be specific.
Yeah, but you guys all got teachers that affected your life, I mean, we still remember, like, Mr. Heinrich. What was that, almost 40, 30 years ago?
And those people are so important to fucking society. Like, we undervalue those people so much, and they're so important. They're just as important as any politician, lawmaker. even more so because they changed and you're developing and these people are in your life. They're fucking character builders. These people build up your character, and there's something to be said for a good fucking teacher. Yeah. I don't think they get not even close to the fucking admiration or respect that they should be getting, dude.
Their value is understated. It's just like any other public service type deal, though. Like police, man. Look at these police that are getting fucking water and milk and shit thrown on them in New York and Chicago. Have you seen that shit, man?
Mm-mm.
Dude, so it's a big thing that's going on. They're doing an arrest or whatever, and kids and fucking teenagers walk up to the cops and fucking throw water and shit on them. Man.
Well, this is parenting. This is parenting.
Well, some of it's not parenting. Some of these guys are in their 20s. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, but
one guy's on his flip phone. He's got a flip phone.
It kind of is because you teach these kids with respect for people, and they grow up to have respect for people. I think it is. I think it is parenting. But then too, also, the police have some culpability in some of this as far as if you and the bad police officers, I'm sure, are less than fucking 5%, dude, in this country. But they have culpability as far as you see a bad police officer doing something bad, fuck that code of silence, turn them in.
You know what?
I've
had that experience.
I believe in turning them in.
I've had that experience with this cop. I don't know if I've shouted on here before, but I was with Burke. Cop pulled me over, said I was talking on the phone. I said, "That's funny. I don't have a cell phone." "Oh, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do." I said, "No, I don't."
Mm-hmm.
What I was doing, I had my seatbelt, and I was fucking acting like I was playing guitar and shit like this. Well, I think from his angle, he saw me with the seatbelt, and he thought I was talking on the phone. So I go to court. I filed a complaint against him. All that went to court. This guy gets in my face, dude. He's like, "Why don't you fucking tell the truth?" I was like, "Dude, I did tell the truth. I didn't have a cell phone." You know, this is a time where some people don't have cell phone. Everybody has cell phone now.
Yeah.
But this fucking guy gets in my face, and I see him all around town all the time still, dude. And this guy wanted to fight me. He's a cop that wanted to fight me, dude.
Those are the people. Those are like bad teachers. They should not fucking be doing that fucking thing. We got pulled over one time, and we had weed on us. Little fucking bags of weed.
Yeah.
I don't know why we're carrying this shit driving around. Cop says, "Where's the weed?" I can smell it. I got it. And, well, actually, the two good people in the front seat said, "I don't have it." And everybody's looking at me, right? So the cop goes, "What do you got?" And then I pull out my pocket, and he goes, "Give me that." He goes, "Go home. Don't ever let me catch you again. Next time I catch you doing anything, you're going to get in trouble for it. Get the fuck out of here." He could have fucked up my fucking youth right there.
Whole life,
he could have fucking fucked up, like, he could have put me in juvenile hall. Back then it wasn't legal. Back then it was legal. And what I had a little carrying was intent to sell. So he could have got me intent to sell. He could put him in juvenile hall. Like, he could have done that. But he just said, "Get the fuck out, or no one catch you again." And it actually scared me straight. Like, what the fuck am I doing? Why am I doing this? This is retarded. For what? Fucking $30, $40 fucking dollars? Like, I'm going to fuck up my life? It's the same with teachers. It's like they can change these kids' lives, and they do. But there is bad ones, and there is bad cops. I just don't think we give the fucking good teachers enough fucking recognition.
No doubt, dude. What's up? Love the teachers. Let's close it on some. What about things that make you go like, "What the fuck?"
Every day,
or oddities or things that can't be explained.
Every fucking day, oddities. People fucking interact with people. The way people act, fucking whatever it is, like whatever it is,
well,
the fucking pyramids, everything goes like, what the fuck?
I'm talking like I watched this shit on Easter Island, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they got these big old fucking statues, and there's like 700 or 800 of them on the island, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they weigh like, I don't know, 80,000 tons and shit. There's 30 feet tall and fucking huge as fuck, right? And then they got these people that go and they try to recreate it or see how they can take this statue and move it and all that kind of shit. And they're using logs and stuff, man. And they can't figure it out. Mm-hmm. With today's technology, they can't fucking figure it out. So how the fuck did the people 700, 800 years ago do this shit, man?
I don't know.
You know, and where is that knowledge lost? Like, how did it get lost? Like, there's so many cool shit, like you said, building the pyramids, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where's that technology? Like, so we got the blueprints of how to fucking go build a pyramid now.
For one, there is no more fucking craftsmen anymore, so I don't know. And I watched a little documentary on how square it was and how much it's only settled, like so much.
How it's aligned. And
fuck, we can't build a fucking house right now without being all fucked up because we got fucking just labor. But yeah, it's amazing. I seen something with the granite, how they fucking ran the granite, and they run fucking levelers on there to see there was zero gaps, and like they can't even do it with the machines that they do now.
Yeah, like how did they cut the stone and shit? You know, like we got super awesome tools, diamond bladed blades and shit like that, lasers, all kinds of shit, but we can't recreate it. It's just, it fucking blows me away, man. And some of this shit, like the pyramids, are like 12,000 years old and shit, right? Mm-hmm. Fucking.
And they haven't figured out yet how they built them.
Really? You know, they always talk about the missing link, right, in like evolution. Mm-hmm. But there's a missing link in our information, in our
I think so.
In our world culture. Mm-hmm. There's a missing link, and it happens everywhere, man. I mean, look, you got the Incans, the Mayans, the Egyptians, the Aborigines.
We were just talking about the Mayans the other day, about the calendar, how they created they were following the fucking stars, and they created that we use today. Then, and their time frame was within seconds of what we do today. Like, it's amazing.
Yeah.
You know, where is these people? Well, you know what these people are? Steve Jobs. It's these people who are fucking fucking what's the name from Tesla? It's these people who are creating new technology. I mean, we still have them.
That brings me an idea, because, you know, Steve Jobs was taking micro hits of acid every day, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe that's what it is. We're not using the same type of medications or fucking mind-altering shit.
I think you're right. There's something to be said for that, because that's proven. I'm not even talking about fucking this conspiracy shit. That's proven. Steve Jobs was taking micro hits of acid. Like, these people in the Mayan days and thousands of years ago were taking hallucinogenics, and fucking, this is how they came up with these ideas. Like, the idea of a cell phone is it seems normal to us, but fucking 50 years ago, it's like, what? Well, what are you talking about?
Check this out. Don't you remember we were on the corded phones and we had the fucking rotary dial?
Right.
Then all of a sudden, this push button phone came out, and you're like, oh, fucking, this is super cool and shit, right?
Right.
And then the next evolution was cordless phones.
Right.
A fucking phone without a cord, dude.
Yeah. How did you get the fucking waves to get in there?
It's fucking crazy, dude.
But
that's magic. We actually use, this is all magic right here. It really is magic, dude.
It is magic.
I don't understand how it works.
Fuck no. But like you said, the people that came up with this were doing fucking drugs.
Yeah.
They were doing drugs. Like, and what's his name? I keep forgetting his name from Tesla.
Oh, fucking Nikola Tesla?
No.
Elon Musk?
Elon Musk now, and Tesla. I mean, these people were on some sort of fucking they were deemed crazy. Tesla was deemed crazy at some point and put in a fucking crazy home. These people are either nuts or they're on some sort of fucking drugs. But there is something to be said for people taking these fucking hallucinogenics. It says it reboots your mind, and in small doses will fucking help you create.
Looking like that ayahuasca, right?
What is it?
Ayahuasca.
What's that?
It's a drink you drink, and they'd use it to get people off of drugs now. If like you're addicted,
is it like a tea?
It's something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
They mix it up. There's actually a couple shows on fucking Vice about it, like maybe a season on it or something. But you have the Indian cultures where they drink peyote or eat the soup, the cactus soup and shit, right? And then they fucking go to the spirit world, find their spirit animal, their calling, this and that. All that kind of shit happens, and now those type of things, those hallucinogenics and stuff, are highly illegal now, right? Except in Oakland. You can fucking take mushrooms in Oakland now. But
can you?
Yeah, it's legal. It's legal. I think it's in Alameda County.
I don't even see anything wrong with it, to be honest with you.
Dude, I do whatever you want in your house, but maybe these are the fucking stepping stones, or that fucking spirit world, or the other dimension you go into with your mind when it's fucking blown up on adrenaline, right? Mm-hmm. Where you get these ideas, or maybe you are touching another dimension, and somebody there is able to communicate with you and say, hey, build an ark, put 2 of every animal on it, whatever.
What we're talking about right now, and it seems like fucking, what the fuck are you guys talking about? But we're so fucking pre-programmed to think a certain way. It's like with marijuana. Yeah. Like, this is the fucking gateway drug. This is the evil. But alcohol and cigarettes are okay. Like, this is what we're talking about. I was talking with my daughter about last night. I'm like, if I take a couple hits, I go home, take a shower, take a couple hits, and relax. What is the difference between me doing that and fucking going home and drinking like 3 beers? Yeah. Actually, 3 beers would probably eventually fucking start doing damage to my insides.
Well, here's another.
Like it's stigma. The stigma of the way we think is so fucking square, and it's so fucking just one way that, like, you're saying right now is might seem off the wall, but it's that's how we should be thinking.
You should think outside the box, man. But here's another one, right? So I did this on Tom Sullivan this week. I got on the show at the end of the show. Vaping has killed 6 people, right?
We were talking about this last night.
And if you look at it, these people aren't buying the fucking shit you buy that's regulated by FDA and everybody, right? They're the cigarette cartridges anybody could buy at Walmart or fucking Costco, whatever. These people are making their own mix of shit. Where like a nicotine one you buy at the store, it's got like 12% nicotine in it, right? This kid builds his own fucking vape shit, and it's 90% nicotine, right? And the 6 people have died so far. So now they're fucking illegalizing vaping and these products all over the place.
Let's just say they didn't even fucking tamper with it. Let's just say the vape pen cost 6 deaths. That's terrible. But we're talking about, let's just say that's the case.
Yeah.
We're talking about 6 fucking death, and I think they had 250 cases of lung disease.
Some type of lung disease.
Okay, that's terrible. But food kills thousands of people every day. Alcohol kills thousands of people every day. But put it in perspective. I got an argument.
Here's what I was getting to and this is perspective, and it's apples, right? So vaping is number 1 villain in the United States right now
because the media.
But smoking kills millions and millions of people, and they don't say shit about it. And the only reason they're saying shit about it is because the big money in tobacco,
I'm with you,
wants to crush vapors because vapors are taking money away from tobacco.
I'm with you 100%.
And then the third one in there is marijuana, which has 0 deaths contributed to fucking use of marijuana. 0. And it's been around longer than any other thing.
100%. And this is, I got an argument with Sarah. I mean, and Aaliyah, I was like, we were fucking really fucking mad at each other, dude. Because I was like, you guys are you're listening to the news. Like, oh my gosh, did you guys hear about vaping? They brought this up like that. And then I was kind of ignoring it. And then I got to the point where I'm like, hey, you guys stop buying all this fucking media bullshit. Oh, you're saying vaping's good? You're saying it's healthy? I said, I didn't say that. All I said was, it's like everything else. Food is not good for you, a lot of it, but you're still fucking, we're going to pizza that night. And I'm like, we're still going to pizza. And pizza has probably killed way more people than what you really think, right? So let's put this in perspective. The media's trying, it's the new thing. They're trying to scare you right now. Yeah. It was like when somebody had that, what's that disease that came over from Africa? They had one case. Fuck. They caught one case.
Like Ebola or something?
Ebola. And everybody had Ebola fucking crisis. Everybody was scared. It's the same thing with the fucking Muslim terrorists in the country. Oh, the Muslims are going to come here and get us, man. They're going to kill us. How many Muslim terrorists have we had? Very little. It's a false narrative. If you have a better chance of getting struck by lightning than any of these things killing you.
But here's the thing, too. All these vapors are choosing to vape. And a lot of them are vaping because they're quitting smoking, right? So it's a double-edged sword for the vaping community because they're taking away business from tobacco because people are having an alternative. And they're taking away business from tobacco because people are quitting tobacco use, right?
Right.
And on the other hand, the big demon out of all of them remains marijuana. And marijuana is attributed to 0 deaths.
It's stigma. All this shit is stigma. Like we say 6 deaths, and then and everybody's like talking about it. It's the new topic. Oh yeah, but did you hear vaping is dude, okay, how many people vape? There's so many people vaping all the time, right? And it caused 6 deaths. That's terrible.
So compare it to cigarettes.
Take
compare
anything.
it right to cigarettes, though, because they're both smoking, right?
Frage, let's compare it to aspirin, which killed like 20,000 people a year from allergic reaction. Yeah. Like, what are we really talking about here? This is everybody's like, it's so out of perspective, dude.
But they're not trying to change my mind or your mind. They're not trying to change our mind. They're trying to change people's minds that just listen to the news or just these people that get their ideas
Sarah
and their opinion from TV.
And my daughter. Yeah. Those are the people they're targeting.
Yeah, it's working.
And it's working because this is like, oh my gosh, did you hear about vaping? I'm like, dude, stop. You really want to talk about deaths? Let's talk about cigarette use.
Oh, here's another one.
Let's talk about alcohol.
With the guns, right?
Yeah.
And I've heard several people, the guys last night were talking about it, all the killings and shootings in Chicago, right? And one guy's arguing the Black Lives Matter point, right? Where's Black Lives Matter right now? When this shit's going down in Chicago, because it's blacks killing blacks, right? There's no fucking there's no fucking story there because it's blacks killing blacks. But when it's whites killing blacks, then there's a story there because there's racism.
Well, yeah, that whole thing's all false narrative because blacks kill blacks, whites kill whites, Chinese kill Chinese. It's all.
And then it's all in the 90%, dude.
It's all of it. Whites killed white people by 90%.
90%.
Black killed black people by 90%. Chinese kill Chinese people by 90%. That's all. That's a false
all
narrative.
In the 90s, yeah.
But that's a false argument.
What's happening is you have a mass shooting because 6 people were shot, right? But they don't claim the same mass shooting when it happens on a street corner in Chicago and 8 people are shot by one gang or something like that, right? It's no longer a mass shooting to them.
So do you think it's really and
they're selling a point?
So do you think the mass shootings are blown up because there's more? Those are mostly white people that are involved in it.
That's a part of it, dude. Is race, yeah.
Yeah.
When you have black on black,
I don't disagree. I don't disagree with that. That's not. It's mainly about race. Because
okay, if you had a white guy going around and shooting black people in Chicago every weekend, right? Then it's a big story.
Yes, it probably would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're being honest, yeah, it probably would be.
Yeah. Or vice versa. You had a black guy going around suburban neighborhoods and shooting white kids, right?
Oh, fuck. You imagine any of this shit, these mass shootings going on in fucking this country? If it was one, if it was one Muslim, do you imagine the laws that they would create off one of these mass shootings? All these, these kids killing people in schools or movie theaters or malls or whatever.
Well, it did happen. The San Bernardino shooter, they were Muslim, husband and wife team member, killed 14 people.
And then had to do with gay, right? They were gay, but they were trying to fight.
It was a workplace shooting.
Yeah, but it was these people are Muslim because they're in house. They're not fucking brought from another country.
Yeah.
But you imagine if these mass shootings were one fucking Muslim fucking person. You know how many laws, like all these mass shootings happen. Say if it's just happening by Muslims. You know how many laws were created with fucking try to change this fucking thing? It's not, because it is about race sometimes.
Well, and here's the narrative. Anytime a gun shooting comes up is take the guns away. We started with guns, we're ending with guns, man. But that's their answer. Take the guns away. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's say you take it away from every law-abiding citizen. Nobody has guns, right? Mm-hmm. Who has guns?
Right.
Who's left with guns?
No, I'm not disagreeing. Taking the guns away.
The same fucking people that were doing the shootings in the first place are the ones doing it again. They're still criminals, dude.
I think it has to do with drugs and parenting,
dude.
But who the fuck am I?
Well, you guys look out for the motherfucking moniker.
Give me motherfuckers, Trace.
Motherfuckers. Boom, boom, boom. Motherfuckers. Boom, boom, boom. Motherfuckers. Boom, boom, boom. Motherfuckers. Motherfuckers. Boom, boom, boom. Motherfuckers. Boom, boom, boom. Something like that. I don't know. We're gonna try some new shit. You guys will see at the beginning of this video. Maybe the end. Maybe we'll do an ending thing too. I don't know. Love you every day.